take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Young now. Steps away. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Pickett. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Hall of Famer, Too Tall Jones there on the stop.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 9, Young dancing to his left. Caught by Gates, left side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On the ground, now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 77 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They find some open field here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Young now from the 50. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Mike Singletary gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Young on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Jackson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Now Young on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Up the middle, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing, Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead. The CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat. And there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Toss play to Lynch. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Pickett sets up play action. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get this. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Michael Strahan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Pickett back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Dalton Schultz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Young looks to throw on first down. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Young here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jackson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Young. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Steve Young. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a 1st down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.